I am at our house up north that will end up being our retirement place. And I haven't been up here for 3 weeks and it's been super, super dry. Like we have had no rain. Like I don't even think we had an inch of rain in the last 3 weeks. So it was uber, uber, uber dry. And I've been running the sprinkler this morning and I ran it several hours yesterday when I got here. The really dark patch is the septic. That's where the grass always grows. But my raised beds were very dry. The pollinator bed was very, very dry too. Those have been watered, and of course, as usual, you water, and then they say they're going to have storms and rain tomorrow, like rain almost all day, which is fine. These beds really, really needed to be watered. But I'm going to show you the next step that I'm going to do to maintain my plants, and because they're new plants this year. And so let me show you. I got a bucket. I got some scissors. And like I said, I've been watering the heck out of this area here. It's very sandy soil, so it dries out fast. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you can hear me okay. So I've already watered the heck out of this for about an hour this morning and several hours yesterday. And then I'm just working on the grass on the side over there. I'm not concerned about the water bill because we have well water. So the water will just seep right down into the aquifer again and be on its way. So like I said, these are new plantings. Milkweed. This is the orange milkweed. So it is, I forgot what to call it, butterfly weed. And it's a ground cover to keep the soil in place. Coneflower. More coneflower. Lamb's ears for textile. More milkweed. Coneflower. That was milkweed. Sedum, butterfly bush. This is a miniature butterfly bush, and it's also not, I believe it's sterile, so it cannot spread by seed. Coneflower, all different size coneflowers. Butterfly bush. You can see this is how much water I actually put in with the sprinkler. It's always helpful to have a rain gauge. And like I said, it's very sandy soil. Lamb's ear, coneflower, butterfly bush, sedum, milkweed, iris, butterfly bush, and then various herbs and some perennials in there that I had dug up that had needed some more sunshine than what they were having. So they're in those beds too. And then we also have a turtle nest over here somewhere, and it's supposed to, the turtles are supposed to be hatching like any time. They said late September or late August into September. So that's going to be exciting. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to show you what I do when I came, what I do when there's a lot of drought. And like I said, I haven't been here for 3 weeks. And so nobody was watering it. We have renters. I did let the parents know that, hey, if they want to, I have watering cans and they can water as much as they want because they're not going to overwater it. Because again, it's sand, mostly sand. Now these mounds I have were a combination of compost and sand and topsoil, I believe. So they are holding a little bit of moisture. And underneath the beds, because the whole ground is sand, under the beds were the oak leaves. I just left them like I have here, and I mounded the soil on top so the water won't go that far down into the sand and escape. So it actually has a chance to get the water to the plants themselves. The roots get some water. So when I came here, everything looked terrible. It looked all dead and all the leaves were wilty, and I thought, oh no, what am I going to do now? But that has changed since I got the water in, and I knew that was going to happen, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do is save them. Because right now, all the plants want to do, they think they're dying, and all they want to do is make seeds, and that's what they're doing. But I don't want them to die yet, and I don't want them to make seeds. So simple Simple, simple. It's going to pop their heads off and deadhead them down as far down as the next set of leaves. There we go. I'm doing it with one hand so you can see down here. There we go. I have done this with this plant already. You can see this stem was cut. That's a new flower that's starting to form. In the plant life, all they want to do is reproduce. And I have that in my Know Better, Grow Better playlist. I tell you all about the plant life and the plant life cycle. But the gist of it is all they want to do is reproduce. Kind of like humans, right? That's what they say. So, cut that. There's a leaf. There's another flower right down here. And again, I'm doing this with one hand, so it's a little challenging. But I'm going to pick these seeds up. People say, oh, leave the seed heads on. Yes, in the fall. In the late fall. For over the winter, yes. I do not cut them off in the late fall. I leave them for the birds. But these, I'm going to cut off. And, you know, if it's kind of diseased leaf, I'll take that off too. Give the plant a little bit of chance. I don't want water going to diseased leaves, right? It's going to take me longer to do this because I'm showing you guys, but I want you to see, you know, if your plants were looking terrible, that you can rejuvenate them. Okay, so I'll show you another example. I already cut this off the last time I was here. We have a new flower node forming because the plant wants to make seeds and the plant wants to reproduce. That's all it wants to do. Hi, Hope. Good morning, honey. This is not a good idea. Because, okay. All right, whatever. I know, but now she's soaked. Okay. Anyway. And here's the lamb's ear. The lamb's ear, I don't even need the scissors. I can probably, yeah, I can gently remove these. I should use the scissors. I'll remove all of these dead leaves here. Gives the plant a chance to put the moisture into the good leaves. These leaves I'm going to leave here. I'm not going to collect those leaves. Just going to leave them here to decompose on their own. And to slow the moisture from the rain and to keep the soil in place.
Hey, you go back in? Inside. Go inside.
Okay. Okay. So if you're just joining me, it's been 3 weeks since I've maintained my garden up here. I planted things that are drought tolerant, drought resistant. This is actually, once it's established, the lamb's ear is drought tolerant. And what does it say? I think it says drought resistant, drought tolerant. I can't remember. But it loves sandy soil. It doesn't need a lot of fuss. And I'm just going to leave these leaves here. Just, again, to give them moisture. Okay. Milkweed. I don't have to do anything. I see some little leaves here. Let's give it more of a chance right here. These may have been flowers. I doubt it though. And that's a weed. So let me grab that one. Okay. Coming around here. Again, I'm just going to cut them from the tops, taps. And if there's any dead leaves in here, I'll remove them. Same thing with that one. All of the coneflowers the same way. And then the butterfly bush, very similar. You already see there are some flowers on the butterfly bush. And like I said, we have not had rain up here. And it's been 3 weeks since I've been up here to water them and to prune them. Hi, Blake Raven. I'm doing well. How are you? And so all of these butterfly bush flowers are already spent. They call them spent. They're already done. So what they're trying to do, again, let's go back to plant life plant desires, all they want to do is make babies. But I don't want them to make babies yet. And when I cut this off, right at this next leaf node right here, it's going to force the plant to say, oh, I need flowers because I need seeds. And that's how you're going to get reblooms on a butterfly bush. So I'll collect up all those as well. And then I'll just show you what I do with the droppings, the trimmings. I don't want to walk on this turtle nest. Pay attention, pay attention. Okay. So every time I have the trimmings up here, I have been laying them in bed right here. Just laying them in here on top of the surface. And they will likely get picked apart by insects and birds and things. The seeds will scatter, and then they will form new plants. So these are coneflowers, and I tried to keep like the same colors, just kind of in a little row. It's messy, it's nature, I don't care. Butterfly bush trimmings, different colors, and they will well, the smaller ones may not if they're sterile, but the bigger ones will voluntarily seed, and I will have more plants by doing nothing. Just cutting off the seed heads, laying them on the ground. So I've done that with the chamomile in my beds. I've done that with dill. There's some dill down there, and there's chamomile up in here. So anything that has a seed head that I want to reproduce, just kind of lay it down here in this garden. Ooh, getting wet. And I'm going to let nature take its course with that. Yeah. So if you get butterfly bushes, one of the tips I have is, one, before you buy it, know the size. They come in the big sizes. This is going to be 5 by 6. 6 by 6 probably. 6 foot tall, 6 foot wide. Same with this. No, not that one. Same with the one in the back here. This will be 6 foot tall, 6 foot wide. So what that means when you plant them, when you go to plant butterfly bush, is you need to make sure that the center it's like right in the middle of what the 6 foot would. So you'd have 3 foot here, and at least 3 foot here, and 3 foot here, and 3 foot here. But when you buy them, and they're just teeny tiny, you're like, oh, they're not going to take up too much room. Sometimes people plant them way, way, way too close to each other, and they don't allow that space for growth. So this one doesn't look happy right now. It will be. As soon as I get all those seed heads off, it's going to get rejuvenated. It'll send a signal to the plant, and it'll rejuvenate. But you can see I have left plenty of room to go this way and this way with growth, that way and this way with growth. And it's going to fill this spot in really well. So anything else I plant, I have to think about how much sun it needs, and then where I'm going to plant it. So, for example, this milkweed I put to the like this side of the butterfly bush because it's got room to grow, but then it also can use a little bit of protection from the direct summer sun. It gets super, super, super hot. And then what else? Also with the coneflowers are going to spread, especially native coneflowers. They're going to fill this area in so well that in a couple years I'll be able to transplant them out to where I want them to be. This one is a pugster variety, and it's not going to grow very large. This will be like 2 foot by 2 foot. But that's okay, because I always think about, if I'm sitting on the porch, what is my view from the porch? That's what I'm looking at. So I look outward to go, what do I want to see when I'm sitting on the porch? That's what I do with designs too. What do I want to see when I'm sitting on the porch? What do I not want to see when I'm sitting on the porch? So when I look out from the porch, this area is going to be filled in with butterfly bush, more butterfly bush, more butterfly bush, and coneflowers. And that's all it's going to be. It's going to be like a chaotic pollinator paradise, basically. So I want more blooms on my butterfly bush and my coneflower. So I'm going to continue deadheading those flowers, laying them in the garden over here, laying the seedlings in that front garden right up in here, and moving on from here. Now later today or even tomorrow, we have to go home tomorrow evening. If the turtles start hatching, I'm definitely going to do a live because I want to be able to show you. I'm going to get busy deadheading here. And anytime you got questions, you absolutely can let me know. You can put them in the comments. I think you can send a message now on YouTube as well. So you're welcome to contact me if you've got questions. I am in Michigan. We have a homestead in Southeast Michigan, and then we have this place, which will be our retirement place. And this is up in the thumb of Michigan. And Tammy Lowe, the lazy northern gardener, and catch you later. And